Hi Pisces, this is your reading for December. So I've already drawn the cards, as you can see. Shift it. Okay, that's your oracle. Shift it, whatever it is. You got the Death card, Gypsy card. Excuse me. Whoops. Your highest self card is the Two of Swords. Can be indecision. Can be trusting in yourself. Trusting in the unknown. Queen of Cups. That can be your energy. Or a water sign energy. The Lovers. Ten of Cups. The Magician. Okay. So, there is change, transformation, excuse me, required, happening. You know, with this shifter, and you've got the card of decisions, choices, the Lovers. You know, is this about indecision? Is it about swapping from one energy to another energy? You know, excuse me, it certainly does feel like there's a decision required. I don't think, like this Death Gypsy card, I'm just going to have a closer look. He's got a sickle. It's not a sickle, it's called something else. I mean, there's always change. There's always endings. You know, and this guy, and this card, he's in the air. Something isn't grounded around you. And yet, you know, this is where you are really at the moment. This is your energy. Excuse me, and that's a Magician. You know, are you going to be undecided what you want to bring into your reality? You can make this change. You've got the power to make this change. You know, I feel that this shift it is really saying that you've got the power to make something move, to make something advance. You know, you can push something forward or you can push it back. And perhaps that's what you've been doing. Have you been pushing back some sort of decision? There's a lot of emotion here. You know, you've got two water sign cards. And this one's the Guidance. So there is a lot of emotion. But it's also the number 10. So I feel that in some way you're going to need to push through a sense of being very emotional about something. Excuse me. You're going to need to push through whatever the emotion is so that you can make this decision, so that you can shift it. You've got to shift some sort of emotion. The Ten of Cups, to me, is strong emotion. You know, it can be one way or the other. You know, it can be grief, it can be happiness. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe there's both. going on. It could be a situation where there's extremes. It could be extremes within you. You know, you could be feeling happy one moment and sad the next, something like that. I feel with this Queen of Cups, I mean, she is pregnant in this. You know, I'm not suggesting anything about pregnancy, but it does feel like cycles of, you know, cycles of behavior, cycles of action, a certain way of thinking, a certain way of feeling, and you're coming back to that again. You know, perhaps you, shit, I've just spilled some water. Perhaps you just, you feel like you are on a treadmill in some way, because you're having, you know, extremes of emotion about something. The reason I brought pregnancy up is because you can have extremes of emotion, you know, with the pregnancy hormone, for example. I feel too with the Lovers card, you know, there's that male and that female aspect. So it's a bit of wanting to do something, wanting to get out and take action, but then just not being, you know, being the opposite to that, not being able to or not wanting to. You know, this Magician card, it says that the time is now. You know, you've got the ability to make a decision, to make a change, to face whatever this, if there is an ending or you know, there's a definite change. There's always change, but it's like that you've got to step into it. You've got to accept it. I feel there's something that you're not accepting, and you know, this is saying shift it. And there's such a beautiful pattern here, and you know, that's on the close to the third eye chakra. I wonder if you're seeing something, or you're seeing, you know, there's some sort of fear related to something that it's almost like you're projecting into the future, and you're seeing some sort of fear, and you just don't want that to happen. It could be that you're strongly psychic, and you can actually see what is going to happen. But I feel that there's a sense of needing to let that go. If you do have, you know, a sense of you can predict, or you know what's going to happen, and well, you've got to let that go and take action. But that part of knowing what can happen, it could be a cycle. It could be this cycle. Yeah, well, I've done that before, and that's going to happen. Well, you've got to make a change then. You've got to get out of that pattern, or get away from that situation, despite the fact that there's strong ups and downs around it, either with a person, within yourself, or, you know, one day you're loving this, the next day you're hating it, that kind of thing. I feel that only you can make that change, and the time, it's going to be in December, is going to be a good time to do that, before the new year, or get some sort of clarity before the new year. Not necessarily clarity of knowing what's going to happen, but clarity about making a choice to make a change is what I've got. Hopefully that makes sense, Pisces. Let me know in the comments, because yeah, hopefully it does make sense. Have a good December. Bye for now.